And I've been doing this for about 3 years. This is, again, my beef with Pete Davidson is way before Kanye.
Right now, DL Hughley is literally kind of, I guess, like taking front and center because he had a back and forth with Kanye West.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to like the first part of that even happening?
I think I love DL Hughley. He did a lot for me in the beginning of my career. He gave me a lot of strength and confidence, so I can never say anything about DL Hughley. I'm also a big fan and a friend of Kanye. Again, man, it's just weird to see how all us people are arguing over like stupid ass shit, but it all stems from Pete Davidson, if you ask me. So I think Pete Davidson is the devil that made them start arguing. Pete Davidson is a bitch, by the way. He's like a straight bitch, like sucker, like whack,
You got history with him?
wankster, like whatever.
Do you have history with Pete?
Yeah, he went on the Breakfast Club with his boyfriend Charlemagne, which is he's a bitch too. Anyway, he went and said, "I hate Spanky. He stole a coat out of some shit."
Wow.
Like what? Like, are you crazy? Like this dude, man, he's like a cokehead dude, and like I don't even know why he's so like happy about dating somebody else's wife. Like that's weird to me.
Well, I think it's more of a trophy, right? She's still Kim Kardashian.
I mean, but Kim Kardashian, no offense to her, like I would definitely fuck the shit out of her, but she's been around. She's not she's a trophy, but a lot of niggas have held it in their hand already. So, and then after Kanye West, come on, man. Like Amber Rose to me, Amber Rose is a beautiful person. But let's look at her. Amber Rose went from Kanye to Wiz, which saved her. That could have saved her. But then she went to Machine Gun Kelly, and then she went to come on. After you f- Kanye, it's kind of like no other. Well, who's gonna top that?
Yeah.
Jay-Z, but not even.
You just used some strong words regarding Pete.
Yeah, f- him.
Why? Why is that stance?
I had this. First of all, Kanye, you're late as f- on dissing Pete. I dissed him like that might have been what 5 years ago we did that shit. Yeah. I think it was before my Jedi. It was definitely before Jedi. So yeah, I dissed him. It's on YouTube. I'll send it to you. I was actually dissing Pete Davidson and Wildin' Out at the same time.
Gotcha.
So it was like that old song "Ran Off on the Plug" twice. I kind of used that and used that Wildin' Out and Pete Davidson. So I've been dissed him a long time ago. I'm really even surprised that he's even talked about. Like he's such a bitch. Like he's a white guy from New York. That's how he's on Saturday Night Live. It's a no-brainer. I mean, he got to have some kind of talent. I don't know, but I don't fuck him. He's whack, bitch ass nigga. Like he's just a white dude. So that gives you that shows you right there, the white privilege right there in Hollywood. You take a half talent motherfucker and put him in a scenario, and everybody's talking about him to the point with the trophy that gets passed down, he gets to touch it. And then, because remember, Christina Aguilera had dated 100 motherfuckers. So it's just industry girls. If you're in the industry, you're going to have industry girls, like 6 or to 8 of these bitches that they just got laying around. So once you get big, here, fuck her.
I think you made a good point, right? Where you just said, kind of like comparing Pete to like him being a subpar talent.
What?
But now he's being compared or discussed with legendary black men.
Come on, man.
DL Hughley is legendary.
Exactly.
Kanye West is legendary.
He shouldn't even be in the conversation.
And he's in the conversation.
He shouldn't even be in the conversation.
You feel that that's kind of a thing of just how the industry is.
They got to keep one of theirs right there. They got to keep the devil working. You know what I'm saying? And Pete Davidson ain't the devil because he's a bitch. I think to be the devil, you probably got to be a strong dude. But he's a bitch-made motherfucker, so he probably just worked for him.
Why do you say that? Why you say? Did he do something that you saw that was, bitch-made?
I mean, look at him. Nigga he wear fingernail polish, and he hangs out with Kid Cudi, which is a good guy, but you know,
Would you let Pete Davidson watch your kids?
if I see Pete Davidson ever again, I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of him for Kanye and for me, for all black people. I'll beat this fuck out of him. He's a culture vulture, is what he is, and he just got lucky. He got lucky. And Nick Cannon, back to him. Nick Cannon used to make him open up. Pete Davidson was opening up for Nick Cannon. That's how he even got anywhere. And then we did the movie School Dance, and he played Stick Finger, and he didn't even. I'm not even sure if he talked in the movie. So I've been knowing Pete Davidson since the beginning. As soon as he came to LA, they brought him to me.
Right.
So, he got a tattoo right here in the back of his leg that says swerve. Come on, that's some fag shit. If you're not Big Sean, you're gay. So he's a punk, man. I don't know. I don't care if he's gay or whatever. He's bisexual. He's a what do you call the ones that dress up like ladies? He's a
drag.
Yeah, he's drag. He's a drag queen. That's what he is. Yeah.
So
Pete
you
Davidson,
definitely
fuck you. Beat the dog shit out when I see you. Yeah. I'm not gonna shoot him or harm him or stab him. I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm gonna give him a straight old school belting. Yeah.
So you wouldn't feel given all of that, you don't feel any type of way with Kanye threatening Pete.
No, I'm gonna Kanye, please send me the Cash App. I'm gonna go fuck him up for you. I got you. I'll beat him up for free. He's a bitch. And he said my name first and the reason why the problem that I got was Charlemagne and the girl Angela Yee. Okay, so Angela Yee was in Detroit. I tried to go up to her just to say, why y'all don't let me on the show and let me tell my story. This bitch runs and hides and behind the security, but I knew them already too, so that didn't matter. So I just still walked up to her like, what are you running for? Like, I'm from here. Like, you don't know that? Like, dude, put me on y'all show so I can tell my side of the story. How's y'all keep it? Like, I was a donkey of the day before. I never got a chance to talk to them about that.
What was the issue that you were donkey today?
About the Tyree shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I told him he should be donkey of the day for bleaching his skin because he had a fucking white patch on his. We all know Charlemagne. I think anytime never mind. You get it. You a bitch too, Charlemagne. I'll beat your ass too. So, they never come on the West Coast like that because they probably know that I'm looking for them. Like, faux pop. It's a fat Tupac, nigga. You get double the pot fucking with me. But yeah, man, he's a bitch. I don't have nothing good to say about Pete Davidson. Anything bad happens to him, he deserves it. And, I believe in God, so I just run with that. He's a bitch. He said my name first, so whatever he gets, he deserves it. Kanye West is not the person you want to fuck with. Too rich of a guy. Too good of a guy.
If Pete Davidson was watching this interview, what would you ultimately tell him?
He already knows that I'm going to beat his ass on sight. I've been telling everybody, all the comedians, and I've been doing this for about 3 years. This is, again, my beef with Pete Davidson is way before Kanye's. That's why I'm thinking Kanye should pay attention to it. He's going to see this. He knows now. But, yeah, man, fuck him, man. Fuck you. You're like a bitch. You have no talent. You're a bitch-ass nigga. Like, you don't deserve any of this flame that's coming towards you. You don't, because you don't have any talent. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, he did seem kind of to come out of kind of nowhere. Even though I know that we know his track record.
Yeah.
Being with Nick, being on Wild 'N Out.
And Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live.
Which he's horrible. He's horrible on that. He's never had a breakout character on that. He's whack. He's dumb. Fuck that nigga. Anyway.
Yeah. I guess I'm just trying to more so understand, like, were you just disappointed that he like brought your name up in the interview? I'm trying to figure out where does this.
I was giving this dude drugs. I was giving him money to stay in this house. I was giving him whatever he wanted for those whatever, maybe been a week because we were filming and I didn't want to stay. Well, okay, so let's peel back a little bit. So how we even got a little cool was he was trying to get on Wildin' Out, and I was one of the like directors, stage directors. So I would tell Nick all the time, like, man, why don't you put him in, man? And Nick already knew him, but he would just be sitting there waiting. So that's how I got to his house. And he was like, hey, man, I got an apartment that I don't even be using. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, why don't you I'll give you the money. I'll just stay there. He was like, I'll probably stay with you. I was like, well, here, I'll give you some money. And here's some weed. And here's some whatever. You know, fuck him. I don't even want to dog his name out like I already did. Yeah. Ecstasy. This nigga was on all kind of drugs and shit. So I'm giving him drugs, and I got people sending in, flying in, you know, bringing weed to New York, because this is when I was still drug dealing, trying to sell weed. Weed is legal now. So this when it wasn't legal. And I was trying to get my boys to come from wherever they was to New York and bring some shit, and I'll break him off and sell it while we're there. And he was with it the whole time until it was all over. And then he decided to bitch move. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. I looked out for you the whole time. And I got him on the show. He wasn't going, come on, man.
He
Fuck
snitched
him.
on you?
He said I stole his code or something. And I did something like I stole from him. That's what hurt me, because I'm a giver. I don't got to steal. I don't ever steal. Now, I might steal from Walmart or some shit like that, but I ain't gonna steal out no man's house.
You kind of see that as him blatantly lying?
Definitely.
And do you, I mean, in regards, do you think kind of what's going on with this Kanye stuff, do you think Pete would ultimately lie to kind of manipulate his position?
Well, yeah, definitely. Because he has no talent. He has to lie. I wouldn't even be shocked if that motherfucker was paying Kim to say that, let's take some pictures around this time, and what you got to do around this time here. Here's my, you know, someone's going to come bring you a package, and let's meet here and take pictures. I wouldn't even be surprised if he capping this whole time. Like, he's a bitch. He's a bitch. I'm going to beat your ass, dude.